And of course, more weather's coming. Summertime, that don't matter. That right, Willow? Well, welcome back to the journey, friends. So, yeah, nothing really to do today with a whole lot of weather coming in other than yard work. So, yeah, I'm going to try to knock out as much as I can before it starts to rain. I do need to also try to get some posts put in the ground, but it really depends, because if you haven't caught us over on our side channel, which is the Scuttlebutt with IFF, we're kind of talking about new production a little bit. So I'm already getting a little bit later start getting out here to do yard work. So I'm trying to do some type of yard work every single day. There goes my phone. So with that being said, rain's almost here. I already hear thunder in the background. I need to get something done today, because if I don't do it, it's just going to get out of control. And then that's just more I have to do tomorrow. And my computer was acting up, or it's been acting up. So it's already getting to be 1 o'clock. And I have not had the opportunity to get out here to do any type of yard work that needs to be done. So yeah, let's go break out some tools. I know this isn't exactly what you like to see, but so our whole journey on here is our journey in life. So whatever we're doing today is what you get to see tomorrow, per se, right? And yes, we're going to continue working on some of the things. And the girls have actually been moving some of the wood around. I also need to try to chop some wood. I might try to do that a little bit too. Obviously, I got to do it old school. I don't have a wood splitter. And then, yeah, let's see what we can get done today before it starts to rain. Well, all this I cut last. I'm going to go ahead. Yeah, y'all hear that, right? So I'm going to go ahead and break out the old Navorics. Actually, go check out that video on this. And if you're in the market for one of these, this is a great option, great price. So click on that link over in that other video. Go check it out. It's greatly appreciated. So since I've done this last, I'm gonna go ahead and do some cutting over by the house, because I didn't necessarily do that last time I was doing some yard work. So let's get this loaded up. I don't know how much I'm gonna get done before I start getting wet, but yeah, it is what it is. Can't leave her outside, otherwise she runs off. Willow! Take your eyes off of her for 1 second and she's gone. Where are you going? What are you doing? Well, as you can see too, it's also starting to rain, so. Postponed until later. So let me get this dog inside. Yeah, if I don't keep you in my sight, you're just like that. You're gone. All right, she's inside, so I don't necessarily like leaving the equipment outside in the rain. Yeah, go get in your house. Go get in your house. So, good old pulling pro. Man, I've had this lawnmower for a hot minute. Can't tell you how long I've had it, but it's probably going on when we lived in Rock Lake Loop. So I think that's when I bought it. Might have even been before then. Because, well, I know I didn't have a lawnmower from my previous marriage. Because we lived in a house that, well, I still had to cut the grass there. No, I didn't. Because it was like a community. They cut the grass. Also been in an apartment. I didn't need a lawnmower because it's an apartment. So the first opportunity I would have needed a lawnmower would have been Rock Lake Loop. So I've been doing videos since then. Because I actually started out doing videos only as a blacksmith. So I know a lot of the folks that have followed my journey, you know, has been since then. Obviously I don't do that much blacksmithing anymore. I would love to be able to, but yeah, life happens. Life's a journey, folks. Life's a journey. So we'll get that lawnmower put up in here. And then I tried covering up this here to be able to put stuff, but yeah, that doesn't happen. So lift up my seat so the seat stays dry. And then I got the old built hard over here. Man, I sure wish I could get this thing going again. I need to rebuild the engine on that. But that kit is like $400, $500. And then whatever tooling, right? Go do that. I've never rebuilt a diesel engine before. So yeah, there's that. Not a mechanic, folks, but do with what I got, with what I can. And but I do know once that shop comes over here, it's gonna have a little automotive section in it, a little automotive shop and a woodworking shop. And I can tell you right now, that lawnmower, or not lawnmower, but that tractor is going to be high on the priority, folks. High on the priority. So getting that done. Cause I mean, I like a little Mac. It's a good little tractor. And but we are going to be going and getting a new tractor here very soon. Hopefully this coming month. Obviously, there's been a few factors kind of waiting on that, right? I mean, can I afford the payment now? Yeah, I can afford the payment now. But with that being said, I also don't want to be living paycheck to paycheck either. And there's two other factors in play of financial type stuff, right? And I'm still waiting on that. And then and I'm gonna put everything away, and lo and behold, it's gonna stop raining on me. Watch. Well, I'll give it a couple minutes. There's still a lot of lightning and thunder in the area, so I know how that goes, you know, being military. Any type of outdoor activities, if you got stuff within 3 miles, all those things stop. So oh, I did want to show you all though before I go inside. So they've been knocking out the wood pile. It's down a lot further. A lot of this stuff still, all that big stuff needs to be chopped, right? I also got stuff that I still need to cut with the chainsaw. Don't have a wood splitter, folks, so, but just kind of coming over here. They've been moving stuff, organizing stuff. Been trying to get, you know, all the pine and cedar on one side. So this looks like a lot of the pine. And so just putting all the pine, right? Just getting it all stacked up in there. The best they can. It's going to go all the way up, right? So we'll cover that whole floor, get it all nice and pretty like, and all the hardwood's going to go on this side. So yeah, I think it'll look all right. Looks all right. So teenage girls, right? They're going to stack it the best they know how. And that's all that matters, is that they get outside and they're actually doing something productive, not being inside in their bedrooms all day. So, all right. What else? That's it. I'm gonna go inside. I'm gonna let the rain kind of subside, see if it'll pass. I'll go look at the radar, see what it's gonna look like. But oh, my tea. Well, it's a tea lemonade, strawberry lemonade mixture. So it's a strawberry Arnold Palmer. Those are my favorite. I always love the 50/50s. The best in the world. And then I also mix it in. I put it into my coffee cup, so it gives it that hint of coffee as well. I know it's a unique flavor, but I love it. I love it. All right. Well, I guess we'll see you in a little bit. Don't know exactly when, but we'll get back to working on stuff, splitting logs, getting these projects knocked out. Man. See, and this is why we talked about rainy day projects over on the side channel. So definitely get over there, check that out. It's greatly appreciated. And also why I'm here too. You know, I'll go ahead and talk about elephant in the room. I need to turn off this light. I always forget. I need to get one of those dang dusk to dawn. There we go. Dusk to dawn lights to replace that thing, because I always forget to turn it off. But go ahead and talk about, you know, some of those things. Memberships, right? We never really talk about that a whole lot, but we do thank our members. Right now we have 4 members. 3 out of the 4 have actually been a member for over a year. So we thank you, we thank you, we thank you. Every single video that we post here always comes out early, right? So it's always available to the members. We do have an introductory membership level. If that's all you can afford, that's greatly appreciated. But the early video release, right, comes out to at least the Cluck Cluck Gang and higher. So we have the Cluck Cluck Gang, we have the Highland Heroes, and then I want to say it's like the Blacksmith Buccaneers or something like that. I don't know. It's something to do with the blacksmith shop, but that's the most expensive one we have. And the reason for that is even if you're only a member for 1 month, it's basically $100 a month. But even if you're only a member for that 1 month, you're still going to get an item from the blacksmith shop. And it's usually, you know, stuff of my choosing, along with, you know, the other stuff that all the other membership levels have to offer, right? So we do have, for the Highland Heroes, t-shirts and stuff like that goes out. So since we do have a member at that level that has been a member for a year, you will be getting a t-shirt. So that will be coming to you. I just need, the only thing with that is I need those emails, right? You need to tell me where to send that stuff. So hopefully I'll try to reach out to you soon. But yeah, that's it. Man, this stuff, oh, cause like merch, right? I'm wearing one one of our t-shirts. So this is one of our older ones, and it kind of fades out well. I don't know if I can kind of show you the back. See if I can't get you set up here, maybe, before I get rained out too bad. I think this is, I need to bring down the tripod. 1 second, folks. I don't see, this is real life. This is standing out here in the rain trying to show off some of our merch, so you can go check out our bonfire store. I know it's not the greatest of stuff. I mean, it's nice. This is an amazing shirt. I do love it. We personally are trying to stay away from polyester blends. So unfortunately, these shirts that you do get from that store is a polyester blend. Until we can find another company that we're willing to work with, that is 100% cotton, or the organic cottons, or the 100% linens. Actually, if you have anybody interested or in mind, and you know that they're able to do that, we would love to work with you, right? So, but this is the back of this one, and it fades out, you know, to look a little retro. And then we also have the shirts that has the emblem more right in the center, you know, our logo, thanks to our good friends over at the Gypsy and the Vanilla Gorilla. They're the ones that actually came up with this design, and we've been rocking it ever since. So we do thank y'all. Get over there, check them out too. It's greatly appreciated. And then the other shirt that we have has our saying on the back, is to thank a veteran with every chance you get, not only on Veterans Day, and that goes on to all those shirts in the back as well. But we would like to also have the shirts that have like the flags and stuff, but unfortunately they don't offer that at Bonfire that we're currently using. But definitely get down into the description, check out all those things that we have to offer. It's greatly appreciated. And then we also have another product that we would like to review. So let's take a break from this. We'll go check that out, and then we'll get back to doing what we're doing after the rain. All right, y'all. See you in a sec. Okay, so whether you're an avid hunter or just an occasional hunter like we are, then you would like to, I think you'd be interested in actually today's product review. So we are coming to you with the Funhorun. I believe that's how you say it. Don't quote me on that. But this is actually a pop-up tent that has 270 degrees of viewing area. So let me crack open this box. Let's get this thing set up and let's check it out. The one thing I do love about this so far is that it actually comes with a really nice carrying bag. Has 2 straps, because I'll actually be using this up the ridge. So when you got to hike or get into an area where it requires you to carry your gear, you know, the accessibility of having a nice tote is pretty cool. So this is actually my first time taking this out of the box. I have no clue what it looks like, how to set it up, so we're going to figure out together just how this goes. It should be a pretty simple setup. Just come to the very center to kind of pull this thing up. If I can. There we go. Gets to pop out. Now I'm 5'10", and I know this thing is a little taller than me, right? So you have other little pull tabs here on the side. Get that to come out. There should be another one over here on this side. There we go. You just find all your pull tabs, pull them out. Once you have all 4 of them pulled out, set it up. Pretty quick, pretty simple. All right, let's go check out the inside. Okay, so the access point for this, it has a zipper on this corner. Then it also has a zipper on this corner. You can basically choose whichever one you like, but I'm gonna go ahead and close this all the way down. I'm not gonna worry about staking this in either, and then you see windows, but let's head on in. So, like I said, I'm 5'10". I can't fully stand up in here, but I plan on having a chair in here anyway. And this one, if you actually go all the way around, I have 360 degrees of coverage. And then you have little slides on your windows to be able to open them up, close them down. Nice quiet slides. Okay. Close them all the way up. Can't see nothing, right? Well, you can't see in from those areas, right? Because you're going to have little stuff like this, right? But I think once it's in place and such, it looks like it'll do just fine. So, yeah. Pretty cool. So, like I said, if you're a avid hunter or just the occasional hunter like we are, then definitely get down into the description. Check it out, because 360 degrees of coverage, that's pretty nice. All right. Happy hunting. All right. Rain is past for now. Birds are being really loud. So, and I'm not afraid of getting wet. It's just more when there's lightning in the area. I tend to not want to be outside with that. So, yeah, especially being surrounded by trees. Never know what could happen. So it's better to be safe than sorry. Head inside, let that stuff pass by. It's only been about 30 minutes, 40 minutes-ish. So now, back outside. Let's get back to work. Okay, there we go. That section's done. I hear you, Max. So I have this as a section. Then I have like the front part of the house as a section. And then normally, like, I just stop like somewhere in here. But I went ahead and cut all the way until basically getting to the trailer, because I normally keep this as a section too. But I think
I can go ahead and keep this right here going, and then, you know, all the way, and still take care of all this. I do need to move that trailer back to where it was, or just put it someplace else. I might even just move it over here, because I'm not going to worry about cutting any of this, because once I get the tractor in, all this is going to be getting leveled out and moved and all that. So I'm not worried about keeping this cut for now. So yeah, am I going to be showing this? Oh, and I cut like a little walking path right here. So am I going to be doing yard work every single day, since we're kind of changing up our production a little bit? No, I'm not. Mainly I'm doing this right now because, for one, I'm here by myself. Gladys and all the girls went to do some grocery shopping for the month. So obviously we get paid, you know, just like anybody else, normally at the very beginning of the month, being retired military. And then she'll go do the shopping. For the most part, I would say 95% of our shopping for the month, you know, she does right here at the beginning. And then we'll still have to go, you know, get like bread and milk and other stuff, you know, as time progresses. Now, once we get to the point where we can get our own dairy cow, or get our own sheep, or our own goats, whatever it is for milking, then we won't need to go supplement, you know, buying milk. We'll be able to have our own, which even having just one dairy cow would more than suffice the amount of milk that we go through in a month, right? Because, I mean, you're getting, you know, I've never had to do that, but from what I've read, you know, you can get almost like a gallon, sometimes more, of milk per day. Well, we don't normally go through a gallon of milk a day, so not for just drinking milk, right? Now, obviously, being able to get those other things, hence the reason why we're putting in fence, right? We're starting to create paddocks for animals, you know, that way we can expand on the things that we want to do, right? Be able to make our own butter, be able to make our own cheese, be able to, you know, all those things that you can do with whole milk, right? And stuff. Oh, man. Pond. Looking horrible. Yeah, the waters went down quite a bit. But obviously, it's a little bit of rain, so all the water runoff from here, right, it's just been really filling in this corner. So we're gonna have to come through at some point and just really, you know, kind of fix all this, because I would like to be able to backfill a lot of, especially like this bank here, with just rocks. You know, just have it nothing but rocks to kind of hopefully deter a lot of that growth from happening. So once I get, you know, the tractor here with the backhoe, I can come in and just really scrape all that out, refill in that whole bank with just the large rocks like we have on our little, yeah. It's a pretty sad little water fountain for this humongous pond, but it was something that, you know, we went ahead and did for a product review type thing. Yeah, I thought it would be something that would, you know, maybe do more in the future for some coinage. Didn't turn out. So yeah, so I can tell you right now, that is one of the biggest things, you know, for YouTubers, especially if you're watching videos, right? And just like the product that I showed you earlier, right, is we do that for a reason. For one, is to be able to get y'all discounts, right, on products. But two is, a lot of times you're able to work with a company for a fee, a service fee, right? So that, trust me, YouTube does not pay a lot of money. I can tell you that right now. Even the channels that, you know, are in the millions and, you know, stuff like that, for just the standalone AdSense type stuff, not a whole lot of money. So some months are better than others. I mean, I've heard of channels, you know, making thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars per month, but then the very next month will be like 1,000, which is still, you know, decent, but I mean, that's less than minimum wage, right? For the whole month. I'm not talking about, you know, making $1,000 a week or $1,000 every 2 weeks. That's for the entire month, you know, making that. And yeah, we'll be thankful to get whatever we get. And, you know, definitely go down into the description, check out, you know, for like our merch. We have our shirts, right? We have ball caps, we have other mugs, different things, you know, all that little things like that help, you know, with the production around here, right? I need to get a new computer at some point, because without a computer, it's very hard to edit. And that's, you know, we have, you know, friends that would love to be, you know, doing the YouTube stuff like that full time, but they don't have the means of editing, you know, very thoroughly. So it just makes it a really tedious process and not enjoyable, right? So to do this full time, you really need to enjoy what you're doing. So I'm telling you, it takes a lot out of you. It really does. We've been doing this now. Well, I've been doing YouTube personally for over 5 years, right? We've rebranded 3 times, and now that Gladys is starting to help me more production wise, right? I know that we will start to grow a little better and whatnot, because I mean she has the eye for this stuff even more than I do, and I've been doing it a lot longer than she has. So we'll see how stuff goes whenever it comes to the filming of projects and just doing stuff. It's probably going to make my editing job a little harder, because even though she's going to do more production and film work, I still have to edit everything. Right? So we'll see how that goes. Unless, I don't know, maybe one of these days she might take that over too, because I know she'd be a lot better at it than me. But we'll see how it goes, folks. Yeah, just standing over here. I got posts that I need to do for this fence here. So this is things I'm going to be working on, right? This is going to be the next section of fence that we're going to be working on, right here next to the hog pen. And maybe mom and dad are still going to bring hogs. We don't know yet, but it's a pen that's just here for now. And then I need to do bracing down on that side, just like that corner stuff, but right there on the other post, do the bracing there. And then originally I was putting in a gate. I was going to do a gate right here in this area, but the addition that we're doing coming off of the coop, it's going to be like in line with the fence, right in line with the door. So from that post that's right next to the coop, that's actually going to come out, and it's 8 feet, right? So 8 feet comes to this post here, and I would still like to be able to have a gate. Like I wanted to have a gate here, but I need to be able to brace like how I have a brace there. Well, that's going to be gone, right? Because, well, I don't know, I might even be able to leave that post there and have, I don't know, that's probably still going to have to come out, because we're planning on having, you know, a place for chickens to lay eggs. But, well, yeah, I could probably do it down here at the bottom, because I'm not going to put a angle brace on this one. So yeah, I might just leave it like it is. And but the fence is basically going to stop here at this post, and then I'm just going to put up something temporary in this area here, in this opening, because like I said, that's all eventually going to be a building right here. And then same thing, we're going to do a building on the other side. So to be able to close all this off, right, because I need to build the other run on the other side, because all these chickens here are all the egg layers, so they're still going to be going into a run. I'm not worried about this side currently. We're going to be doing another run, which, well, some of these might end up even being meat birds that are just going to go out here, because the Brahmas are the meat chickens. We will be getting more hens that are more prone for laying eggs, right? More like year round, because we want to do the 20, and then this area over here is where the run is going to be 500 foot or 500 square foot run. So it'll be 20 feet wide by 25 feet long, give or take. And then kind of the same thing, right? We're going to be coming off, the building is going to be sitting here on this side of the tree. It will be elevated a little bit. It's just going to be a 4x8 building. And then on this side of the building, we're going to go down. But that's why we've been moving firewood, doing all that stuff, right? Giggle's no longer, like I built that for her, but she no longer wants to go in there. She'd rather go in here with everybody else. So that's what we've been doing. And then that coop will probably just end up being like a maternity ward type thing that we will keep somewhere over in the fenced in area. And I don't know. Just, yeah, it's a whole lot of stuff, right? Which I always tried to bounce around. I don't know. I'm glad it always says I have ADHD, and I'm quite certain that I do. And I like talking, right? At least on camera. I don't always do that whenever I go out to public places to sit down and talk to folks. I mean, I don't mind talking to you. If you ever see us out in public or whatnot, we're approachable, right? By all means, come on up, say hi. We won't bite your head off, I guarantee you. So, but all of this here, right? All these projects, all these things we're doing, try to bounce back and forth as we can and just get this stuff done. But still got domestics to do, right? For me, it's doing the yard work outside, still keeping up with this crazy land we have, you know, the jungle. I know it'll be much easier once we get like a riding mower or we get the tractor going again. Which, well, I'm going to be getting a new tractor, but I still want to get a used or a smaller tractor to keep with the flail mower, right? It'll be dedicated tractor for the flail mower and for the box blade for the driveway, right? And then we'll have the other tractor for doing everything else, right? Clearing of the land. It's going to be the backhoe. It's going to be, you know, moving of logs, skidding of logs, just all that good stuff, right? So, but yeah, at some point we're going to have the two tractors, but it all takes time, money, right? But that's what we've been planning for. Just right now here at the beginning, I mean, we've been on this property, you know, over 2 years now, but it's a slow go sometimes, right? And that's why we ask for y'all, you know, to help us grow, share us out, continue with the projects, you know, sending out stuff. And I wanted to come over here too, because I've talked about, you know, that list of names that I have for name tags. And I know I've said I'm gonna do it. Well, I am. I'm gonna do it. I've already put it into my schedule. Where was it at? Right there. So I have this back here. See if I can get to it. I have this big chunk of pipe right here. Right here. Let's pull this out. Big chunk of pipe right there. And this, so you guys can see that I'm pulling this out. I'm going to cut this up, okay? So I'm going to cut this up. I'm going to flatten it out, cut it into name tags, be able to clean it up, and then over here in the shop, dirty as all get out, I know, I have number and letter stamp set, okay? And that's what I'm going to start punching names, getting names and stuff, getting up onto some of the different projects we've already finished, okay? And just to show appreciation to y'all, you know, giving back to our people that really, you know, enjoy helping us grow, helping us, sharing us out, sending donations, becoming members, right? Just all that stuff that we've talked about and whatnot. Oh, I need to fix our flag. I would like to get a nice big flagpole, like one of the real nice ones that withstand, hundreds of miles an hour. Because this comes over here and hangs up on that corner right there. Because over by the pond, the corner of the pond over there is, I'm gonna actually do a little veteran area. So we're gonna put up, stuff for, thanking our veterans, and have the flag up, have, a Navy flag. Obviously, we're both Navy, so we're going to do the American flag, a Navy flag, and then probably something else, I don't know. And then I even have in my shop eventually, right now they're packed away, but I will have in my shop, it's all of the letter flags. So the IVEY, right, is all your symmetry type flags, or flags that, the India flag, I don't even know what all they're called. I wasn't a signalman or a flagman or a QM. Yeah, I don't remember what they're all called. And then those will actually go up into my shop whenever that's put up. So, all right, y'all. Well, man, that's a pretty looking fence. I like the way it turned out. I wish my T-post would have been a little taller, but that's fine. I mean, I probably could have left them all like I did that one, because that one I didn't put all the way into the ground like I did these. But that one also, the spade part broke off. Yeah, that's a pretty fence. I like it. I like it a lot. If you missed out on it, definitely go check it out. And then I moved one of our lights off the gate over here to have some light here. Then we also have a light on that post. Yeah. One of these days we'll actually have, landscaping lights stuff. Because right now I don't want to do a whole bunch of power stuff, right? Because I want to be able to put power into the chicken coop and all that stuff as well. But all of our power stuff for this pole over here is going to change once the shop goes in place. So that pole, right, is going to be moving. That building for the well house is going to be moving, and all these things. Obviously the well head isn't not moving, but that's going to get covered with like a fake rock or something. I don't know. But I think that's it. That's really all I got for today. Not a whole lot of project progress, I know, but like I said, still working on around the weather, just kind of doing what we can. This video is already getting fairly winded as it is, so we definitely thank y'all for following in on our journey we call life. Domestics, you gotta get them done, but we'll continue working on projects and stuff. Well, it's a little easier when my producer is here. All right, so we thank y'all, we love y'all, and if you'd like to stick around a little bit longer, go ahead and check out this video we have right here, or the whole year's playlist is on this side. Continues to grow as the year progresses. The icons at the top make it easy to subscribe both here and to the side channel I was talking about. Go check it out, it's greatly appreciated. And then last but not least, always get out there, thank a veteran every chance you get, not only on Veterans Day. We'll see you on the next one. Later, friends.